Among mid-size sedans, the Subaru Legacy stands as one of the more unique yet reasonable choices among its class. While heavy hitters like the Toyota Camry and Ford Fusion dominate this market, the Legacy still deserves worthy consideration if you're shopping within this segment, especially if you live in inclement weather. So let's go ahead and check out this 2018 Subaru Legacy. As with all Subarus within their model lineup, the Legacy comes with standard all-wheel drive, which is a huge aspect that distinguishes it from the rest of the class. Mechanically related to the 5-door crossover Outback, the Legacy comes in a sedan variant only and features a traditional sedan design. While it does feature many modern-day styling touches such as new LED daytime running lights for 2018 and optional aluminum alloy wheels, the Legacy retains a very conservative profile, as you won't find a sleek sloping roofline as opposed to many other mid-size sedans in the class. Additionally, the Legacy also gains a new upgraded infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability and new styling enhancements to the front and rear fascia of the vehicle, along with a new upgraded suspension and more sound deadening. Measuring at 186.4 inches in length and 71.7 inches in width, the size of the vehicle is average in size compared to many others in the class. In our trim of the Legacy we have here is a fairly loaded limited model that comes equipped with many goodies, including a full-on leather interior, as well as many high-end safety technologies such as adaptive cruise control, as well as blind spot detection, and you also do get a 12-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. This exterior color of the Legacy here is the crystal white pearl, and it does come equipped with smart key access on the front passenger door as well as the driver's door. And you also find a black perforated leather interior with white contrast stitching, as well as your power driver's seat with power recline and power lumbar. Stepping on inside of the Legacy here, you're treated with a very simplistic yet very contemporary interior design with easy to operate controls as well. And I love the wood grain interior trim as well as the white contrast stitching on the dash. That certainly does give it a premium vibe inside of here. You do have push button ignition, just push your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. What you're hearing there is a 2.5 liter flat 4-cylinder engine. You have a 3-spoke fully leather wrapped steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, you'll find a CVT automatic with manual shiftability, and you can shift the vehicle manually via the paddle shifters here. And you also have your electronic parking brake. When you put the vehicle into reverse, this will display your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory. You also do have rear automatic emergency braking as well as your parking sensors too, and rear cross traffic alert. Let's go ahead and turn on the headlights as well as the hazards and the fogs. Let's go ahead and check out the exterior of the Legacy. Automatic driver's window. Let's go and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior side mirrors with LED side turn signal indicators and blind spot detection. 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels, which look fantastic. Coming up front here, you also find LED steering responsive headlights with LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights down below. Powering the Legacy is your base engine, which is a 2.5 liter flat 4-cylinder that produces 175 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 174 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM, with EPA estimates being an okay 25 in the city and 34 on the highway. Many others in the class are now reaching up to 38 and 39 on the highway, like the Toyota Camry as well as the Nissan Altima. Coming to the rear of the Legacy, you'll find LED taillights with rear parking sensors, and a single chrome exhaust tip. Total vehicle price for our particular model is $32,838. EPA estimates, like I said, 25 in the city and 34 on the highway. Government 5-star safety ratings. Overall vehicle score hasn't been rated yet. And the parts content information, you're looking 45% from North America as well as 40% from Japan. And the final assembly point for this vehicle is in Lafayette, Indiana. All of your basic power necessities, including power windows, power door locks, and your power mirrors, memory seat settings for 2 people, and your chrome interior door handles. Passenger space is pretty good inside of the Legacy. I wouldn't necessarily say it's class leading, but you'll find plenty of legroom as well as plenty of headroom. It does feel pretty spacious inside of here. And you'll also find that the interior quality is pretty good and fairly impressive. Plenty of soft touch materials on the door panels here as well as on top of the dashboard. And you also do have stitching on top of the dashboard as well. Gives it a more premium vibe. And overall, not a badly finished interior. And nothing feels super cheap inside of here. And everything feels pretty sturdy for the most part. Let's get to the steering wheel design. The steering wheel is a fairly nice looking steering wheel design here, with finished off with your high gloss black trim as well as your brushed aluminum. And you'll find your steering wheel mounted audio controls, Bluetooth phone controls, voice recognition, and your controls for your adaptive cruise control and your gap adjustment for the system as well. And the steering wheel also manually tilts and telescopes with a decent range of adjustment here. Auto dimming rearview mirror, garage home link, as well as your integrated compass, sunglass container with your SOS safety connect and LED map lighting. And you also do have your sunroof with your sunroof controls. Right here you'll also find your USB charging port as well as your auxiliary input and a 12-volt power outlet. Dual cup holders, electronic parking brake, and your uphill assist. Plenty of center console storage, slime whip felt, and you have a removable tray. Also nice and soft to the touch on the center console. Dual zone automatic climate control with your fan speed level adjustment, and you adjust your temperatures by the dials here, which have a very high quality feel to them. I love how they went with the traditional knobs and buttons, as it's much easier to operate and more intuitive and user friendly. And you also do have your different zones as well, and 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Plenty of visibility out of the Legacy. That's one of the advantages of not having a sloping roofline. There's tons of glass area all around the vehicle, including on the front windows as well as rearward visibility. Really easy to see out of this vehicle. It just reminds me of a traditional sedan. You also have your glove box compartment. Let's get to the gauges in the instrument cluster here. You have an analog setup with your tachometer on the left as well as your coolant temperature, and on the right your speedometer and fuel gauge. In the center you'll find your driver information display, which will display your trip information as well as your digital speedometer and your integrated compass, and then your audio source. You could change your audio source from here. And then down here it'll also show you what gear you're in as well as your trip information, how many miles you've driven as well. It's all controlled by the buttons on the steering wheel here, fairly easy to operate. Over here you'll find your traction control off, your blind spot detection off button, lane departure roller off button, as well as your pre-collision system off button too. Let's get to the infotainment system and the main head unit here. Now this is Subaru's Starlink system. It's an 8-inch color touchscreen display, and it's fairly responsive and intuitive. And this is your home screen right here. To get to the home screen, you go by this button right here or the shortcut button on the side, and this will display all of your menus. Your different audio sources do include all of the basic stuff here, including AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, which also features a direct tune feature, which is very convenient. And you also do have your tune and scan, as well as you can replay the radio station if you missed out on your favorite song. You have your presets located down there. Your external media devices do include Bluetooth streaming audio, your USB port with iPod integration, auxiliary input, and your optical disc drive with a CD player. And you can also shuffle the music as well as well as you can repeat too, which is pretty cool. Coming over on the maps, the map quality is pretty crisp and clear. You'll find your points of interest as well as live traffic, and then you can view your previous address, nearby places for your list of points of interest as well. Then we have your car info, which you have a vehicle monitor, which you could turn off things like the oil temperature, average vehicle speed, and then you have your monitor for your oil temperature, average speed, and then you have your driving statistics, which gives you your departure angle, and then maintenance, like your scheduled maintenance. You set to the dealership, turn on and off reminders, and you could call your local dealership if you like, which is pretty cool. Coming to apps here, so we'll give you things like your Subaru Starlink, and then your AHA Internet Radio, as well as your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and that's standard on the Outback here, as well as your Sirius XM Travel-Link Pandora, and other settings like the brightness adjustment. You could turn the display screen on or off if you like, and then you have your sound settings where you can adjust the entertainment volume, the equalizer settings, as well as the navigation volume, microphone volume, ringtone volume, alert sounds, beep sounds, and the phone here. You can add up to multiple Bluetooth devices, and your navigation, which you could change the map display, route settings, and turn junction view on or off if you would like. And other vehicle settings like the interior lighting, defogger, keyless entry system, the camera settings. And then you have your rear camera timeout, which is pretty cool, very nifty and convenient. You could turn the steering angle line on or off. And then you can also add shortcuts to the main menu if you would like. But overall, the Subaru Starlink is one of the best in the business, very responsive, intuitive, and user-friendly. Driving dynamics of the Legacy, it drives somewhat similar to the Outback, unsurprisingly, and you'll find that it's very refined and comfortable in its nature, with the road imperfections smoothed out very well. The 2.5 liter flat 4-cylinder, however, is a little lackluster in performance and could use a little bit more power, as the acceleration is a little on the slower side for sure. And then also you'll find that the CVT automatic transmission never hesitates to shift. It's fairly refined, and I suggest opting for the 3.6 liter 6-cylinder engine that's available on the Legacy here, as it provides the needed power that's for this large sedan. Interior quality does follow through in the rear, and you'll still find plenty of soft touch materials, and you'll find more of the white contrast stitching, and there's plenty of legroom back here as well as plenty of headroom, and it's really nice and convenient that you don't have to duck your head that much when getting into the rear seat of the Legacy, like how you'll find in some other mid-size sedans. You also do have adjustable headrests for all 3 seats, as well as your rear center armrest with cup holders and dual map pockets, as well as 2 USB charging ports and 2-stage heated rear seats back here. Very nice. No panoramic sunroof though. If you want that, you have to go for a different mid-size sedan. Plenty of trunk space back here, and the rear seats do fold down by pulling on these levers, and you have your emergency trunk release. So with its fairly comfortable interior, its excellent standard all-wheel drive system, and its newly updated technology and features, the 2018 Subaru Legacy makes for a decent choice for a mid-size sedan. Just remember that if you're looking for the most power or the best fuel economy, you may want to check elsewhere. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.